Okay, my name is Mahesh Shahdadpuri. I am the founder and CEO of TASC Outsourcing. It's one of the largest people outsourcing and workforce technology solutions companies in the region. I'm also the founder and CEO of Boston Foods. We have some Subway franchises in the region. I'm also on the board of director. I'm a board director on the board of Nikkei Group, which is into electronics and appliances. We supply to 75 countries. And also we have a food division, which is a Unilever India product distributor. So I'm here today to speak to I'm thankful to be invited to SP Jain, the students, the MBA students and the global MBA students. I'm here to speak to the students, possibly to shed some light and give them some sort of idea what the future looks like, what is the host of opportunities for them in the world. I'm here to share my story and hopefully the goods and mistakes and the goods and bads I've done, or the good things and the mistakes for the students to learn from. And I hope people pick up some good pointers and helps them decide to make some good choices for their lives. So I'm here at SP Jain to speak to the MBA students and to speak about my journey and my story, to speak about some mistakes and some achievements. This would perhaps help the students make good choices in their careers and in their future from here on. So good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How many people do we have here? 70, 80, maybe 100. We were from a very lower middle class family. The house was probably quite small. It was about a 300 square feet house. My wife's shoe cabinet is bigger today than the house I was born in. And it was a tough life, maybe not as tough as maybe my parents, but we went around the world, and my father was a diplomat, so it was a service industry. He was there, not really a business background. So from that perspective, it was pretty hard to get into business because we don't really traditionally come from a business family. But I always loved doing some sort of a business. This is a little bit about our businesses. I don't know if you've heard of Nikkei. We are one of the largest private brands in the region. We sell to over 75 countries. We have over 400 products, appliances, electronics. We represent Unilever India, Brook Bond Coffee, Kisan. Many Indians would know, at least I have grown up on some of these brands. And then TASC and Subway. Subway, we have a few franchises and TASC. So it's a very diversified sort of group of companies. So in my house, you would see a lot of us eating Subways, using Nikkei TVs, and coffee from Brew. So there's a lot of home products that we use. And TASC, which I founded 10 years back, is one of the largest people outsourcing firms in the region. We employ over 4,000 people in the region. We're perhaps the biggest. In 1999, I started my first software services company in New York and Bangalore. And some of this story is up on the internet, but it was an extremely difficult experience. So I borrowed money from my parents, I borrowed money from the bank, I put in a lot of my own money, all my savings, and actually after 11 months, it was all gone. I'm a good salesman, I'm a very genuine guy, very real guy, and I sold the story. I recruited some great people, and it was a very, very difficult and humbling experience when you have to look into the same people's eyes after about a year and say, sorry, the dream that I sold you, I can't fulfill it anymore. And besides, I pretty much lost all my money. So it was a very difficult experience. The name of that company was Ad Astrum Technologies. We've come a long way since then, having TASC as one of the biggest companies in the region, employing so many people. It's hard to explain it to you young folks in a short period of time, but TASC has 6 values. Some of it was up there. The most important one is reliability. I think since I started the company, I don't think any business promise that I made to any customer, I was not able to fulfill it. There was never a case like that. One of my initial sales so TASC was really born out of very humble beginnings. I didn't want to commit the same mistake, so it was born out of a hotel room. And I remember going to a client and I said, what is your biggest talent problem? In Dubai actually, and the client said, listen, we want to find these very difficult 100 roles. They're all 20,000-30,000 dirhams roles. I said, sure, I can do it. They said, how many people do you have? I didn't want to say it. I think I avoided the question. I had 2 people, and they said, we have 100 roles to fill, but you know what? We can't recruit Indians because we have enough of Indians. We can't recruit Europeans, we have enough of those. And we can't recruit Arabs, we have enough of those. So this is a big company. So I was scratching my head. I said, sure, I'll fill them up anyway. And I had no idea how this was possible. And this is the thing, when you start again and you've gone through a difficult time, I think no other challenge looks too challenging. So we actually went to Malaysia and Singapore and those countries and actually filled those positions. So any pain or difficulties or tough times that you have, believe it or not, it's very difficult, but really embrace them, accept them. And you can accept them and use them to your advantage when you're young. And I don't know if you have questions, and maybe I'll address some of these questions. But some personal values have become very important in what you do. Personal values of belief, humility. You know, there have been times initially before this company that I was a bit arrogant. And when you lose and when life actually comes and hits you with a punch, you learn to be humble. It's very important, especially for young folks who have had a good life, and you learn actually once you lose something. Perseverance. It's people have told me it's very difficult for me to accept a no. Very important in business. Very important in whatever you do. Making promises and keeping them. That's extremely simple, but extremely difficult. Very, very important when you do in the world of business or in the world of professional, wherever you're going to go. Think big. Life is short. You must have heard this many times, but it's actually true. Think big, be bold. Before you know it, you would have passed a decade. Thank you very much. Thank you.